Hello Australia, welcome to episode 456 of The Couch. Hope you can stick around, we've got a big show for you today. Ted Bull is coming in to cover movies. That's going to be a new experience for me and Ted, as well as covering the movies. Stay tuned. Later on we've got some fantastic music from the band called Ragdoll, who are appearing very soon, live on the show. Louise Anton joins The Couch with a couple of kids who are talking out loud, well, a little loud at least. And later on we talk to an author in Melbourne about her brand new book. Stay tuned, it is a big couch and it starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. Oh, it's showtime on the couch.
All I want is a good show. All I want is Ted Bull by my side, and all I want is a great crew. But all I'm getting is a beautiful song to open the show from this beautiful band called Ragdoll. Here they are centre stage as they perform All I Want.
I know what you want from me. Bleeding hearts and fever dreams. Hide behind a veil disguise of recklessness and infamy. All I want is everything. Information overload. Tell me something I don't know. Your hedonistic enterprise. Skull and bones can't hear your cry. You try to run, but your back's against the wall. So test your will, get your feel, you can have it all. Is everything. All you want, don't need a thing.
I never knew anything like that in the whole of my life.
All I want is everything. You try to run, but your back's against the wall. So spin the wheel, get your feel, you can have it. All I want is everything. All you want, don't need a thing. I need everything. Give me everything.
That is Ragdoll. I had to stop Ted because he was just getting too out of control, because all he wants is this CD and I'm not giving it to him. They'll be back at the end of the show. Hello Ted, welcome
Hello, it's great to be here.
Nice to have you in a different role.
And thank you for asking me to review movies
back.
for
Are you sure you can do TV? Have you got the experience?
I don't know. I was only thinking the various things I've been an expert on. I was also an expert on a fruit and veggie show, and I was a
Really?
fruit and veggie expert
You
for
weren't
12
Con the
months.
fruiterer.
No, I was Ted the fruiterer.
Serious?
Yeah,
On what
some people
channel?
may think I'm a bit of an old fruit, but I'm not.
I thought you were going to say something else there. Try and think what I thought, a bit of an old...
What?
No, I'm not saying.
Tart?
No, it rhymes with tart.
Yes. An old fart.
That's
oh,
the word.
Yeah. Well,
you
know,
can say that
I
these
can.
days on TV.
What, old?
No, fart.
Oh, I
You've
see.
got some old fart movies, but
No, they're not
pretty
old
new.
fart. There's one, I think, The Secret in Their Eyes, that has opened.
Yep.
And this one stars, I love his name, Chiwetel Ejiofor. Ejiofor? Pretty close.
Is it French?
Ejiofor. Well, he's not. He's English. He's the bloke who won the Academy Award for the Slave, 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
movie.
and he's British. And he has a CBE. So, I mean, he's a well-respected British actor, and he's joined by some other great Academy Award winners, including our Nicolette Kidman. Nikki Kidman's in
Really?
it. And, of course,
Bewitched.
the woman who I think has done more for orthodontists than anybody else, Julia Roberts.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Hasn't she got
that-
beautiful teeth?
Better than
When
mine.
Oh, mate, when she smiles, ching! And, well, she doesn't smile a lot in this movie because she plays this part of an FBI agent who, sadly, her daughter was brutally killed. And Nicolette's a DA, and the other bloke, whose name I don't want to try and mispronounce again, he spent 13 years going through all these files to have a fair idea of who murdered Julia Roberts' daughter.
Oh.
And so and now I know you're saying, Fred, gee whiz, Ted, this reminds me of the Argentinian movie that won the Academy Award in 2009.
No.
And it's based on, is that what you're thinking?
No, I was thinking about having pizza for dinner.
Do you have a clip?
Yeah, I do. Here it
Okay,
is.
right.
Here's a trailer for it.
My daughter was the thing that made me me.
I'm gonna get him, no matter what it takes.
Your killer knew enough to destroy all the DNA evidence.
You don't give up.
This is the guy.
We've had multiple leads. All of them have been false alarms. He can quit his job. He can change his name. He can dump his car. I will still find him.
Let's kill him.
Death would be too good for this guy. Justice. I owe my daughter that.
I found him.
Oh, yeah, so that's one of those movies that you know what's going to happen at the end, but you'll still go and see it.
And that came out on the 19th of the 11th.
Yeah.
Last week.
And it's all G-Men stuff, and it's great.
Good
movie.
Creed.
Creed. Now, I don't know how you feel about boxing movies.
I love them.
I don't.
As long as I'm not being boxed.
Well, what I love about them is the slow motion. You know, you always see in boxing movies...
The one where they go,
Yeah, and they go... Bah, bah, bah.
you have that epileptic fit looking thing. No offence.
Well,
to people.
no offence. No, I apologise on behalf of Fred for what he just said. Basically, what it's about... Oh, Rocky's in this, you know.
Oh, Stallone.
Yes, Sylvester Stallone. He's in it. And it's what happens, it's the son of Apollo Creed, who you may recall, Adonis Johnson, who travels to Philadelphia and he meets Rocky Balboa to get him into the ring. And Rocky's, yeah!
Bit of a meathead these days, isn't he?
Well, talking about meat, that's the thing that really bothered me. If you saw the first Rocky movie, one of the highlights was Rocky punching the carcasses, and they had all in the abattoir.
Yes.
And I'll never forget, Norman Gunston did a great send-up of this, and he had all these frozen chooks hanging off the wall. But anyway, look, I'm not really into boxing movies, but if you are...
Is it a good movie,
It's,
you think?
it's all, most people talk like that half the time. But just be careful, if the person in front of you keeps on shifting in their seat, don't insult them. It may be Danny Green,
Thank you.
who I believe will be at every performance.
Here's Creed for you. Watch it.
You're not built for this. These boys coming here, they gotta fight for life. People die in the ring. Your daddy died in the ring. I don't know him. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I've been fighting my whole life. It's not a choice for me. Every punch I ever thrown's been on my own. Nobody showed me how to do this. I'm ready.
Sick eyes from the nose pressure. Release slip zip ties on the protesters. The 6 wives in the fry of a mold weather. Medic caviar bar out in Odessa. Dirty needles breaking all the old records. 100 holes, 1 shovel, and some old treasure. Old Zeke used teeth as a gold tester. Figaro's finger waves, closet full of old letters.
This picture's from the 10th round of the first fight, right? I heard about a 3rd fight between you and Apollo. Behind closed doors. That true?
How do you know all this?
I'm his son.
And wear gloves for the reason why I gave time. Scared thugs going crazy in the cage box. Looking at the world through the TV, a day room, rapping over beats. So they play with the key. They made electric chairs for us down day. Last meals, no pills, then the tri-state. On death row like Suge in a late pot. Maybe he could dig a tunnel while the A block.
A great fighter once said, it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
See this guy here? That's the toughest opponent you're ever going to have to face. I believe that's true in the ring, and I think that's true in life. Now show me something.
I was just waiting for him to say, I could have been a contender. But have you noticed? I mean, look, if you're into boxing, you'll love it, you know, all the stuff. But why do they always train in cheap Target tracksuits? Have you noticed that?
I have noticed
Ill-fitting.
Yes.
You know, you think at a
Similar
movie
to what
like
we wear on the weekend.
But, mate, they can afford better than just
Exactly.
ill-fitting sort of...
Not our fault, our
You know,
bodies
and they just go blub, 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 blub all the way through. Hey, Fred.
26th of the 11th, this one comes out.
Okay. Tell me, what famous book does this line comes from? Call me Ishmael. You're going to say Moby Dick, aren't you? You are.
Maybe.
No, you would. You would say Moby Dick. And this movie we're talking about now is a whale of a movie.
Oh, the Heart of the Sea.
Yeah. And
That's
Ronnie
wonderful,
Howard has actually directed it.
These days are out.
Yeah, I know. Isn't
Happy
it funny?
days.
Whenever I see him these days, I think, where's your hair, Ronnie? It's all gone, mate, completely. And he still has that little baby face without hair. But anyway, that's
True.
beside the point. This particular movie is based on a book, which is based on a true story, which Moby Dick was based on. So isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
Is it
and
really?
I actually like Ron Howard as a
Yeah.
director better than an actor, I'll tell you that.
Well, okay. Well, see, this again, you've got the usual thing where you've got, they're going out whaling, out killing whales, and they wonder why the whale gets really pissed right off. And they wonder why we're killing whales and the whale is trying to kill us. And the whale smashes into the ship and they end up
killer whales.
having to go like 1,000 miles to safety. And of course, they've run out of things to eat, not a Mars bar amongst them, and they have to eat each other.
Lovely. Can't wait to see that one.
No,
Something
that's a good
fishy
one.
about that
No.
storyline. Here's the trailer.
Oh, you're not the full squid, are you?
We were headed for the edge of sanity. Like we were apparitions, phantoms. Trust gave way to doubt, hope to superstition. Tragedy of the Essex is the story of men and a demon.
I've got to come up for air. What a movie. Oh.
Do you know what? Hemsworth's in it, so it's
Yeah,
going
it's
to be
one of
worth
the Hemsworth.
watching.
Which one?
Is it Chris?
I think it's the other one.
Liam.
Liam, I think it's Liam.
Is it Liam Hemsworth? Chris, I was right. The Home and Away one.
Look, same dog, different
I
leg
interviewed
action.
him about 5 years ago when he was just from Home and Away.
Yeah.
Now he won't come anywhere near us.
Well, talking about that, how's
he's a bit-
Matthias Cormann these days?
He's wonderful.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
can I just commend him on the way his budget hasn't changed since Tony Abbott left?
Yes,
And-
yeah.
and-
And he's in Germany. He's put out a photo of himself with one of the heavies in a Checkpoint Charlie.
I've nearly forgotten what he looks like. I haven't seen him.
No, he looks much the same.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, hasn't lost the accent.
Good.
I've got to say this. The Hunger Games. Now, I know I don't...
Are you hungry for it?
Oh, look, mate.
Mate.
I know I don't fit the demographics. You know, the hair's the wrong colour. I'm a little wrinkled, but I love it. Jennifer Lawrence is in that tradition of American sweethearts. You know, you think of people like Debbie Reynolds and Natalie Wood and Meg Ryan and even Julia herself. You know, they've all been that girl next door. You know, that all-American. And now we have Jennifer Lawrence, who is not only a wonderful person in her own life, but is an amazing actor. And the Hunger Games, I know there are all those other people in it, including the late, great, I never thought I'd ever say that, the late, great Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's in it. One of my all-time favourite actors, Donald Sutherland. Plus, I mean, you know, there's your regulation Hemsworth there. And Woody Harrelson, who is so good.
Can you tell me what the Mockingjay is? What does that mean? Does anyone know what Mockingjay is?
No, they just go out and try and kill each other.
What is it? Someone's called it. Symbol of freedom.
It's a symbol, of course, I should have known that.
Mockingjay.
And funny you should say that. I was only going to say the thing about this movie is that it is symbolically free.
Oh.
But you have to pay to go and see it.
Thank you. Ted, you are a tease.
It's a great
Here it
movie.
is. Mockingbird. Jay. Rocking chair.
Nothing good is safe while Snow's alive. And I can't make another speech about it. Snow has to pay for what he's done.
One way or another, this war is going to come to an end. There's only one thing you could do now to add more fire to this rebellion.
We all have one enemy. He corrupts everyone and everything. He turns the best of us against each other. Tonight, turn your weapons to the Capitol.
Oh, my dear Miss Everdeen. Make no mistake. The game doesn't ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 76th Hunger Games.
I have to say, Fred, I will see that at Gold Class.
Is that one of your favourites?
Well, it's a kind of movie I love to see at Gold Class because, you know, your mind can wander over your glass of wine and your nachos for a moment and you don't lose your way.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
No. I'm the wrong generation. No, I mean, around here, everybody and my children are right into it.
Yep.
And my children, they're all adults.
Yeah.
Sonia's age.
Yeah.
Even some of the are
Really?
older
They're
than
that
Sonia's
old?
age. Yeah, that old.
Ooh,
But
quite old.
it's a generational thing. See, this is why, like the Hunger Games, they say this is the last one in the series. But I reckon they'll probably make a prequel. They'll do something. They're not going to throw away
They'll
something.
call it something else, like the
Yes.
Mockingbird,
Yeah.
not the rocking chair or something.
Yeah, the rocking J.
We've got the top 5 movies for this week. They want us
What
to go
could
to.
they be?
Let's have a look at the top 5 movies. At number 5, Ted, can you see that? Paranormal
Dressmaker.
Activity. Number 4.
Oh, the last Witch Hunter.
Number 3.
Yeah, Bridge of Spies. Loved it.
Awesome movie.
Loved it. Loved
Number
The
2.
Martian.
Yeah.
There's not one person with coat hangers out of their head.
No, number 1.
The Dressmaker.
Yep, that's someone we saw last week.
Yes,
maybe?
and The Dressmaker, which has had terrible reviews, yet every person I've seen
Loved
who's
it.
seen it, all women, mind you, have said it was stunning, and they love the scene
With the
where
naked
one
guy.
of the Hemsworth takes off his shirt.
Yeah, well, you know, I only missed out by this much from getting that scene.
I believe that,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's about this much,
Yeah, well, they
yeah.
phoned me and they said, what do you think about Fred for that scene? I said,
Who's
Can't
Fred?
miss. No, I should go for it.
You won't
Go
miss
for
anything,
it.
even the camera.
And Kate Winslet rang me too, and she said, "What a shame we didn't get Fred."
On the Titanic. Thank you to Ted, as always. Oh, you are a sweet. He will never do movies again. But he will do TV again. We'll see you after the break with more of the cast. Thank you again. Welcome back to The Couch here on Aurora Foxtel. Only on Foxtel on Sunday nights do you see The Couch, chat, variety, everything else. Hope you're enjoying the show. Time now for a very special guest. We've got Louise and a little louder. Oh.
A little louder.
Here's Louise and a little louder.
Thanks, Fred. I'm here with a couple of really impressive young people who have set up creative drama courses for kids called A Little Loud. Welcome, Elsa and Johannes.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you. Welcome to The Couch.
Thank you very much.
Now, for those people that may not have seen your interview, you were with us, I don't know, a few weeks back. Can you tell us a little bit about A Little Loud and how you came up with the workshops?
Yeah, so at the moment we're doing kids 8 to 12, but we plan to, do a range of ages, and we do improvisation is one of our specialties, which is what we're going to talk about tonight.
Good.
And we also do devised pieces, so really getting kids to work with that creative flair that they all have inside. And we also do some script work as well. So at the moment we're working on a little play for the end of year production. It's very exciting.
Oh, that's really
it's
exciting. Oh, the kids must be loving that.
Yeah, they love it.
Oh, very good. Tell me more about the improvisation. You were saying earlier we had a little chat and there were 3 points that you're focusing on?
Yeah, well, the 3 points are saying yes, and that's all about offer and acceptance. And I'll go into that in more detail, but also really going into what your gut feeling is in the moment. And
backing others.
Yeah, and supporting the other actor in the space. But I think with saying yes and offer and acceptance is really important in that when you're with an actor in a situation and you're given a circumstance, it's really important to basically go along with what the other actor's sort of proposing. So if I was in the space with Elsa and, I said, "Oh God, can you see that? Is that smoke coming out of that cup? Oh my God."
I see it.
So you can't say no, because if you say no, then the other actor, you say there's smoke, and then the other actor's like, "No, there's not." So it's all about creating a situation,
supportive environment, and that's very applicable to real life. So when we were researching and discovering what our focus was, what is our meaning that we're going to bring to this business, there was a statistic. 90% of the most successful CEOs, the 100 most successful CEOs that Forbes have listed, they have said that they've backed themselves in times where other people have given advice to go against that.
Yeah, sort of failed them in a sense.
So they said that sort of lasting self-assurance was what had got them to that position. So we think it's really important at this time where there's so much anxiety, so many different factors that can cause a really unstable life, that we have, this is an opportunity for kids to really thrive, support each other's, trust themselves, and be excited because they're doing well when they have confidence.
That's fantastic. What was the second point?
Backing others.
Yeah.
So that comes with you trust yourself, you have this idea, and then I'm going to trust you with your idea that you give to the space. I'm going to go completely, fully commit to what you've said.
Wow.
And then we have this supportive relationship in the acting space. And it's so applicable to real life because into relationships. That's how we live in this society. So,
Absolutely. And for the kids to experience that and to learn that and feel that, have that support, that's incredible.
And what we do with our drama classes is really create a space where kids can, be comfortable expressing themselves and to explore characters or opportunities or situations that they wouldn't often do in their daily lives. And when they have that experience of being in a situation where they're quite comfortable with the actors around them, and really engaging in different situations that they wouldn't normally, then they have that extra confidence that's given to them by the other actor in the offer and acceptance.
Must be great for you guys to see them blossom like that as well. And then you just go, well, we're doing something right, definitely. Oh, that's great. Third point?
Is going with the gut feeling. Having that confidence and self-assurance that your initial idea will... you have the strength and the creativity to build on that idea. You're just going to go with it and fully commit.
Fantastic. Well, we all have to do that in life, don't we? Go with the gut feeling, although sometimes it's hard to know.
Sometimes it's not the best, but you might as well go for it.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. Now, you're running workshops for the holidays as well for the kids?
So we're in the middle of devising what we're going to do for the holiday program. So we want people's input so much.
I noticed that on your website.
Yeah.
Yes,
so there's
you asked for that.
On our website, if you go to programs, there's information about the holiday programs, and there's a link to a survey, because we want to find out about what parents want, if it's just daycare or if it's a really intensive acting schedule, and if cost is a big factor. So that's all in the survey. So with the results for that, that'll definitely be the driver to what we do in the holiday program.
Well, fantastic. A Little Loud. It's such a wonderful, creative thing that you've created for the kids.
Thank
you. No, I know. Sorry, that was a bit of a mouthful, wasn't it? But,
no, that's what it is, though.
So let everybody know about your website.
So our website is www.alittle.loud.net. And that's got all the information about us, where it is in Mosman Park, and a link to our Facebook page.
Thank you, Elsa. Thanks, Johannes. So lovely to see you. My pleasure. And if you've missed anything, make sure you go to our Couch website, thecouch.com.au. Back to you, Fred.
Thank you very much, Louise, and wonderful to have you on board as one of our presenters as well. And for those people who think they remember Louise, yes, she sang on the show last week. She was also part of big television here in Western Australia, Perth's Young Entertainers, Club Buggery on the ABC, and heaps of other stuff. And hopefully she'll stick around on the couch for a while. Now, something else that will stick around is Movember. I don't have one, and I don't think Louise has one either, but a couple of our crew do, but I'm not telling you which one. If you haven't caught what the event is all about, check out this promo.
The power of people, inspired by a common passion that is determined for change.
A movement can be sparked by something pretty unlikely. We are Movember.
We grow a moustache or challenge ourselves to get physically active and move for the 30 days of November to raise awareness and funds for men's health.
We were born over a few beers in a bar in Australia.
We are now in over 21 countries, making us the largest men's health movement in the world.
We are Mo Bros, and we are at our strongest when we stay true to who we are. Real men, talking about real issues.
We're a global community standing together, welcoming each and every Mo Bro and Mo Sista as a friend and fellow change agent.
We sign up at Movember.com in October and raise funds in Movember for prostate cancer, testicular cancer, for mental health and physical inactivity.
The moustache is our hairy ribbon, our badge of honour. It starts conversations about men's health. The Move Challenge puts our vision of having an everlasting impact on the face of men's health into action. This Movember, grow a moustache, challenge yourself to move and support those who do.
Together we can change the face of men's health.
Fantastic cause. Please help them and support them if you can by growing a Mo this month. You've still got a couple of more weeks, and fantastic for fundraising for the cause that they're running. All right, time now to talk to someone that's not growing a Mo at all. The only thing she's going to talk about is the Mo Awards, maybe. Demelza Leonard.
God, I hope not.
No. Well, no, I noticed it's all gone.
It's all
gone.
gone.
Makeup covers up everything.
Good grooming there. Now, lots of music to talk about this week. Now, probably never thought this might happen. Elvis is #1 the king.
In the dead charts?
In the grave.
How good is that if you have the top 10 dead people that are in the charts?
That would be, well, you know, a lot of albums that do really well these days are people who have actually died, sadly. Now, Elvis has an album, If I Can Dream, Elvis Presley with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. It's #1 in Australia and is breaking records right around the world.
I have to tell you, I love Elvis. Every time I hear him, I bought a whole CD with about 100 songs on it. I love him.
There's nothing like some Jailhouse Rock to just get you
Him,
into
ABBA, Beatles, all the same.
Well, we have some ABBA news for you coming up. Now, Priscilla Presley actually said this project was something that Elvis always wanted to do. Unfortunately, you know, he was unable to do that. So the fact that the fans have supported and got behind it and made it #1 right around the world, she said
Isn't it amazing?
Really
was she married
that.
to him when he died, or were they divorced?
I think they were divorced, but don't
isn't
quote
it funny
me on
how
it.
she's taken over that side of his wealth?
Yeah.
She owns those rights, and she's...
And Lisa Marie just seems to be put to the side, and even his granddaughter is
Obviously,
doing so big
they must have broken up. If someone might know more than me, but I'm assuming they were very good
I think
friends.
they were apart by then, but they were still quite good friends.
Nice to see the legend continue as well.
Exactly. And speaking of legends, these are some Perth boys and Perth legends. Jebediah has their 20th
I love Jebediah.
anniversary this year. They've been around for 20 years. Leaving Home, of course, massive anthem in the 90s.
Not much has come out of them.
No, for a while. Well, they are actually about to start a tour to mark the 20th anniversary. They kick it off at the Fiesta Festival, which is happening in WA for New Year's Eve. And then they go to Tasmania, South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales, before coming back to WA. Unfortunately, no Queensland on that
that's
tour.
a shame, but at least we get them back here.
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic.
So there's a few short shows there. Ed Sheeran.
I like him
Everyone's favourite ginger. Love it.
Have we got any footage of Ed Sheeran? I think we've got some there. He looks a little bit like me if you sort of look really careful. Oh,
Gotta love
sort of,
him.
without the glasses.
Love
maybe.
Ed Sheeran.
And the body.
So
and the
talented
face.
as well.
He's a good singer. And I love his music. What's he doing?
Right, so well. He has been announced as the international act for the ARIA Awards, which takes place on the 26th of November.
Next week. Fantastic.
Yes, so he's been nominated for Best International Artist category. No surprises there. And he will be lining up alongside Vance Joy, Flight Facilities, Hermitude, Conrad Sewell, and of course Tina Arena.
What a wonderful opportunity for him.
Fantastic.
And
as
Tina
well.
Arena is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame
After
of music
40
as well.
years.
About time. I hope she doesn't sing "Close Your Eyes." Ooh.
I'd like her to sing Chains. That's actually one of my favourite songs. As long as she doesn't sing I Need Your Body, we're all right.
Well, funny enough, nobody ever sings "I Need Your Body" to me.
No. Well, let's have a look at some new music.
Thank you for cutting that one off.
Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming up, which means there is music coming out all areas. We're going to have a look. Good Charlotte has a brand new track coming out called Makeshift Love. Now, listening to it, it takes me back to the punk sounds of the 90s, very Blink-182, very Sum 41, and even early Good Charlotte
And isn't it good they
days.
got a contract with Apple as well?
Well, this is the lyric video, so they haven't made the official video yet. There are rumours that there might be a Good Charlotte album in the works, so Benji and Joel have decided they're not going to do their side band, they're actually going to start doing some Good Charlotte
Let's
stuff
hope they don't
again.
do The Voice again. I didn't like it. I'm too much of
They
them.
win Logie Awards for that.
Yeah,
so.
but I know, but do you think they're that good? Do you really like them?
I like they're constructive in their criticism, and I think they kind of bring that little bit of rockiness to The Voice.
But I think we've got so many Australian talented people.
Yes.
Why do we
I
always
think
have
there's
to go
other
to
people that could be
there's
on there.
Marsha Hines. I mean, come on, let's bring someone that's John Farnham.
Barnsey.
You know, Barnsey. Let's bring David Campbell. I mean, there's so many people that I think are just amazing. Colin Hewitt. There's so many Australians that could take those roles as judges. Why do we need Americans or idols from around the world to get people
I think
watching?
keep them in that mentor role,
Correct.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think you can. And not that I've had anything against them. I think they're great, but I just think there's so many Australians that are better.
Now, another person who's
Tony
got
Abbott.
a new song is Pia Mia. Another new
Oh,
song.
he'd charge too much, 40 grand a minute. So,
Pia Mia, so she burst onto the scenes with Do It Again a couple of months ago. She's teamed up with Skrillex now to have this song called
who
Touch.
has she teamed up with?
Skrillex.
I thought you said
The producer.
Screwex, and I'm thinking Screwex who?
Massive
Skrillex.
EDM producer Skrillex.
What does EDM stand for?
Electronic electronic dance music.
Good, I knew you'd know
See,
that.
no, I know my stuff. Now, Bieber, this sounds very similar to Bieber's What Do You Mean and Jack Hughes' Where Are You Now? A little bit underwhelming when you're comparing it with those types of tracks.
Yeah, look, I think there's a lot of copycat music these days. Everything sounds the same.
Very, and I know Skrillex is quite talented. He could mix it up a little bit.
And what's he famous for? Who else did you say he did? Skrillex, who else has he worked with?
Skrillex, he's worked with Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's the Justin Bieber.
The
He's
Justin
the one
Bieber
to
song.
blame.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw that one. And at least he sang the song Sorry, and that apologised to all his fans for listening to the song. Now, I was going to ask you something, and I've forgotten what I was going to ask you, but I'll remember it and I'll come back. It's my dementia's kicking in.
Having a look at some tours around the country. Electronic group Hot Chip tour Australia in January, and Bryan Adams brings the summer of '69. I'm a bit excited about this one.
Fantastic.
In March.
I like Bryan Adams.
Yes, there's Hot Chip right there.
Can I tell you that I've just remembered Peter Andre? Do you remember him?
Give me
just
a little
give me
sign,
a kind of sign,
mysterious girl.
Yeah. Can you
funky
find out what
junkie.
he's doing?
Yes, I actually know what he's doing.
Oh, you
he
go
is
out with
hosting. No, I've
Are
got
you
my
serious?
I've
You
got my
know?
sources. He hosts a renovations show, a la very similar to
Sort
Vanilla
of
Ice. Yeah,
hot
Vanilla
body
Ice does
type?
it, and he signs his name on door frames after he's made
Because he was
someone's
a really
house.
hot sort of number of years ago. Remember in the 80s he was like...
And then he married Katie Price.
That's it. And
Yeah.
that well went.
And yeah.
How come everyone that marries Katie Price ends up divorcing her?
I don't know, Katie.
Because she's a lot smarter than them, I think.
Yeah, she's a bit of a businesswoman, that one. And finally, let's have a look at the top 3 charts for this week.
Let's have a look at them together.
At
Here they
number
are.
3,
Oh,
we've
beautiful.
got Macklemore and Ryan Lewis
I
with
still
their
think
buddies.
that looks like the lady from the Euro thing. With the moustache, Movember.
Conchita. Number 2, Sorry, Justin Bieber, as we just spoke about. And holding it down, number 1, no surprises, Adele with Hello.
And
Tip, she's going to be big at Grammy.
And for those
She's gonna
people
be up
watching
big at
this
the
show,
Grammys.
don't be surprised if you get a blank screen when that goes to air, because Adele is very protected by monitorising on the
Yes,
web.
actually, if you're looking for something to do with that song, have a look at Joe. R&B singer Joe's done a tribute for that. Fantastic. As someone who's followed Joe's career, it's probably better than some of his other songs.
Now, you
he's
told
done
me
as
you
well.
had some ABBA news.
I do, very quickly. Yes, now, Frida has a friend called Dan Daniel. He's
Really?
been nominated for pre-selection for the Eurovision
Which one's Frida?
Song
The one on the left or
Contest.
right? They look the same.
The one-
Isn't it terrible how I
You're
forget?
the ABBA fan.
Oh, no, I'm only joking.
Now, he has been nominated for pre-selection for the Eurovision
Oh,
Song
wow.
Contest to
She has
represent
changed.
Switzerland.
Well, she looks more masculine now.
That's her mate.
Oh, this is the man. I'll say, gee, I can't say anything positive.
And that's talking music.
Can you
for
hear
this
the drums, Fernando? Thank you very much to Demelza Leonard. Always wonderful. See you in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
There you go. Now you've got the low and the high of all the music industry news, and next week we may find out a little bit more from ABBA. We need to keep in touch. Coming up after the break, we've got more of The Couch, but only on Foxtel if you've got it. If not, then you watch this on the YouTube. See you after the break. Well done. Welcome back to The Couch here on Aurora Television Foxtel around Australia. Need Ideas are a wonderful organisation giving people some leisure entertainment, movie tickets and more. With us it's the creator and the general manager of Need Ideas, John Beardsley. Welcome back.
Yeah, hi, it's good to be
Nice
here
to have
again.
you here.
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit about Need Ideas for those people who've never heard of it. which I'm
Right,
sure-
Need Ideas is it's a business that's grown over the last 27 years. We have two sides to our business. One is the events and marketing and management side, and the other one is the employee rewards and benefits. On that side, we look after approximately 5 odd million people, and we obtain discounts and special deals for them. And the event side, we've been doing events in WA for 27 years now.
Fantastic. Now, you're running a Christmas carnival coming up very soon.
Yep.
Now, we've got Kate in the studio today. And
Yes.
I bet you want to introduce her? You've got a special guest with her.
Yeah, Kate's brought along a very special guest. He's got the same colour hair as me, but he's got a little bit more weight than me. So I'll throw over to Kate right now and let her talk to this very special guest.
Thanks so much, John and Fred. I am super excited to be here with Santa Claus. Thank you so much for coming all the way to Perth, Western Australia from the North Pole.
My pleasure indeed, and lovely to see you again, Kate.
Yeah, I'm assuming things are going
very well up in the North Pole. How's the preparation going for you?
Indeed, very well, but also very busy too. You know, it's a busy time of the year for us, and the elves are working very hard, making all the lovely toys for the boys and girls. And of course, for those that are super good this year, they'll be getting something very nice indeed.
Excellent. Now, I hear something you always make time for every single year is Santa's Christmas Carnival.
I do.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about why it's so special to you?
Well, I've been involved with it for over 25 years now. As John mentioned, it's been about 27 years, and it's a wonderful event. It gives us a chance to see the kids and say hello. This year I'll be flying in and dropping in, actually, with 4 elves skydiving into the show. It'll be very, very exciting to see all the smiling faces again of the children, but it's a chance to see them, to make sure they're writing their letters, sending them in so that I get them in time for Christmas Eve, and of course saying hello and seeing them, and of course sometimes even the letters get caught in the mailbox, you know, and they get torn a little bit on the corner, so I need to make sure that I've got the right list and the right things that I'm getting for them for this year.
That's right. All right, so you mentioned you're flying in, you're dropping into the main arena at Santa's Christmas Carnival.
I am.
And you're bringing along some elves with you.
I am,
How are the elves feeling about that? Have you been practicing it back at the North Pole?
Terribly nervous about skydiving in this year. They're normally used to just staying on terra firma, working on the North Pole and making toys. So they're very excited. But I've had some volunteers. So look, they're in training at the moment, and they're very much looking forward to coming along and very excited about it.
Excellent. Okay. Well, after you've landed at the showgrounds, do you get to enjoy the rest of the day, or is it straight back to the North Pole for you?
Oh, no, there'll be a lot of work to do between now and Christmas, of course, and then on Christmas Eve we get all the toys ready, and we've got many lists to go through to make sure and double check that we've got all the things that the kids have asked for this year. Of course, you know, sometimes children ask for certain things, but Santa always knows exactly what to bring them for that year, you know. Sometimes kids ask for a big present, it might be a computer, but I know that they need a new bike because their old one's broken, you know, things like that. So we're looking forward to coming along again. You know, there's been some fun times over the last few years. We've actually been in on a helicopter, even one year on camels as well. And I tell you what, that nearly went very wrongly too. But the camels got spooked by bubbles that were being blown by some entertainers. And I tell you, it was a wild ride for a moment or two.
Oh my goodness, Santa Claus on a camel. That's very, very unusual.
It is indeed.
It sounds like you've had some good times at the Christmas Carnival.
I have indeed.
Can you take us back through a few of the years? I heard you've been doing it for, what, 27 years now?
Well, coming along to this festival, yes, for nearly 27 years now. Incredible. So, yes, no, it's one event that I do genuinely look forward to every year. And it's so nice to see the kids and their faces light up and smile when they see me. We have so many different people come along, you know.
Perfect. Oh, it sounds wonderful. Very much looking forward to it. So once you've been to the carnival and you go back to the North Pole, you've got a very busy night ahead of you on Christmas Eve. How do you get round to all of the different houses that you go to all around the world?
Oh, my dear, that's magic,
It's
of
magic,
course. And
isn't
if you
it?
believe in Christmas and the magic of Christmas, then you'll know that it happens so easily, so well, and every year without fail.
And so when I was little, I used to leave milk and cookies for Santa Claus and some carrots for the reindeer.
Yes.
Is that what you like to be left, or do you have
Well,
something else?
I used to love your milk and cookies, and of course you have a little sister, don't you? That
I do.
used to
See?
leave milk and cookies and carrots for the reindeers. I always say to people, make sure you leave a bowl of water as well because we get very thirsty. And for the reindeers, if mums and dads they forget the carrots, don't panic. You know, go outside, maybe get some lawn clippings and cut a little bit of lawn or some long grass and throw that in the bowl. The reindeers will love it too.
Excellent.
All right? So don't go panicking about the carrots on Christmas Eve.
Oh, good. I'm sure every household leaves you carrots.
No, I do get a few left, and of course, milk and cookies for me. Here in Australia, sometimes people leave a beer, or even they leave sometimes a Vegemite sandwich as well.
Sounds good. Very Australian.
Yes.
So after you've dropped off the presents, do you get a break to rewind and relax? Do you go on holiday?
Well, a little bit. I mean, of course, this year there's so many toys that are popular, and some of them are the Star Wars toys. I'm thinking of actually getting the elves to make me a Chewbacca mask so I can hide away in the Caribbean maybe somewhere, and be, you know, and have a little moment of time to myself after all the hard work is done.
It's safe to say you deserve a little break after Christmas.
Yes, I think I will.
Perfect. Well, thanks for coming to talk to us about the Santa's Christmas Carnival. I'm very excited to hear about it. I know that for everyone who wants to make sure that they're to see you on the day, arrive in style by parachute has to get tickets online through a website called www.santaschristmascarnival.com.au, and they can buy tickets online before the day and make sure that they're there at 11 o'clock on the dot at the main arena at the Claremont Showgrounds to see Santa Claus arriving.
Yes, I look forward to coming along and seeing all the smiling faces of all the children and mums and dads here in Perth. So looking forward to it.
I'll be there to see you,
I look forward to seeing you too.
Excellent. All right, well then, back to you, Fred.
Kate, am I right in saying that if I buy my ticket right now, I get to go on all the rides absolutely free?
That's it.
Where do you ever get that?
Nowhere. It's one of a kind. It really is.
And you get to see Santa in real life. Do they get lollies and gifts and stuff as well?
Yeah, I think that's the plan. Santa's going to arrive on the main arena and then you're going to meet and greet with the kids and maybe hand out a few goodies.
Thank you to Santa. Thank you to Kate. John, did you want to touch on anything very quickly?
Yeah, well, just to explain the ride situation, there are rides for every age group, Fred.
You've got rides for 50-year-olds?
Yeah,
You've
and
got
60-year-olds.
60-year-olds? Yeah. It's all safe?
We have 2 ghost trains, just to start. We have a roller coaster, then we have a 3D horror maze for that sort of person that likes that. With the motocross doing all their stunts, we have sets of Dodgem cars, and we have tumblers and rangers and gee whiz and all those sorts of rides. Tons of little kids rides. We have the biggest water playground we've ever created. 20 different water slides and aqua bumper boats and things as well, because if it's a hot day, don't forget, bring your towels, bathers, all that. There's plenty of water things to do. Animal nurseries, pony rides, everything, even camel rides.
And can I swim on the day, can I?
Well, you can slide down these slides, and there is a big water thing.
I'm glad you said big.
And dunk tanks and things like that. It's all there.
It sounds fantastic. What's it called again?
It's Santa's Christmas Carnival.
And it's held where?
It's at Claremont Showgrounds.
No better place.
On the 13th of December,
Can you
Sunday.
tell me how much the tickets are?
Yeah, they are $31.50 a head, all inclusive.
$31.50 for the whole lot?
Yeah, if you went to the show...
You wouldn't even get to the raw show for that.
Yeah, let alone rides are usually $10 to $12. Well, you ride all day. And entertainment, we haven't told you about. Freddie Mercury, Cher, all of those people are coming along as well to entertain the adults. So there's lots of things for the kids to do. We've got Sydney or Bush. We've got the Lulus for the little kids and Sci-Tech shows, the whole works. It's huge.
Kate, I reckon your dad's a bigger kid than you.
Yeah, I think so.
I love it. I love organising. I love being there on the day.
Well, thank you to Santa, thank you to Kate, thank you to John from Neat Ideas, the organisation. Please support them. They do a wonderful job. We want you to support them for the Christmas Carnival, Santa's Christmas Carnival. It's going to be held very, very soon. The date again?
It's 13th of December,
13th
Sunday.
of December. So you haven't got much time. Buy your tickets now online. Get them quick. Thank you very much for coming in, John.
Thank you. Good
Always
to see
a pleasure.
you.
And we'll
Always.
see you again very soon. Maybe with Santa again with his sleigh and maybe the reindeers. We'll be back with more of The Couch right after this. Always nice to have Louise Anton Miller back on the couch. Welcome back.
Thank you, Fred. It's great to be here.
Now, are we going? You said to me we're going to Stradbroke Island, but I thought we were going as a holiday, not as an interview.
Look, I'd love to,
You led
Fred.
me on.
But
I was packing my bags.
Yeah, we've got too much work to do.
I know.
I've got interviews to do and all sorts.
There is an amazing lady on the phone waiting to talk to us. Her name is Yildiz Sethi. What's Stradbroke Island like? So I can't even say Stradbroke because I'm thinking cigarettes. Stradbroke Island, how's it going over there, Yildiz?
Good, very good. Stradbroke Island is a very short way from Brisbane, and it's a very good holiday spot, I guess, which is only about half an hour away from Brisbane, which is fantastic. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for being on the show today. Lou's going to ask you some questions about your great books and the work that you do. Over to you, Lou.
Yeah, and Yildiz, you've got 2 amazing books, both of them on Amazon, and they're both #1 bestsellers, which is just a fantastic achievement. So you're obviously doing something right. We wanted to talk today a little bit about relationships and problematic relationships, and perhaps when do people come and see you for your help?
Yeah, people often come and see me when things have come to a crisis in a relationship. Unfortunately, they leave it until that point. However, you know, any time is better than just breaking up, I guess. And, yeah, that's often when they come, when things get to a crisis point, when they just don't know what else to do.
And Yildiz, how do you find is the best way to help? I guess every situation's different, but what's your best method of helping people in crisis?
Yes, so absolutely right that every situation is different. However, as a counsellor, I found fairly early on that talk therapy itself didn't go too far. So that's why I became a clinical hypnotherapist, and later I went into something called family constellations. And this is a way of getting to the root of the problem very, very quickly, looking at what each of a couple brings to the relationship from their own family of origin, which often plays out in a relationship in usually an unconscious way. So family constellations can very quickly reveal what's going on and also what needs to shift or change or let go of, so that the couple can start to relate directly between each other in a much more harmonious or coherent way.
Sethi, Fred here, just a question for you. Yeah. How many relationship problems do you get compared to your... I know you do hypnotherapy as well, but you're a counsellor as well. Do you get a lot of people that come to you these days more than they used to?
Look, I get people coming to me for personal issues and also for relationship issues. So probably about 70% relationship, about 30% personal issues.
Fantastic. Now, you've written these two great books. I think Louise wants to ask you a couple of questions. Stardust on the Spiritual Path, and we've got also Be Rich and Spiritual. Both Louise and I are very interested in the word rich.
I'm also interested in...
everybody's interested in the word rich.
Yes, yeah. The spiritual part's pretty good too, though, I must admit.
Tell us about the books.
Well, the first one is written about the path that we all are on in life, really, about how we're all looking for love and how we do it in so many different ways.
So I get the gist. The book's all about relationships. We're going back to basics. If you've got a good relationship, the rest of your life falls into place, if it's a good one. How does this relate to young people as well and the way they live today, or is it just people our age?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because really, the way we are in a relationship often comes back to how we are in our family of origin, doesn't it? So, for example, we often pick up particular relationship patterns or behaviours from our own family of origin, and even unknown to us, we do that. And then we play those out in our relationships. So being able to resolve our family of origin patterns is incredibly important.
That's great, Yildiz, and I guess all of these topics are covered in your books. So where,
yes, they are.
Yeah, anyone interested, whereabouts can they go to buy your books?
They can go to my website, yildizsethi.com, or Amazon.
Fantastic. Now the books are available in e-book as well, aren't they?
Yes, e-book and hard copy.
Thank you for being part of the show today. And if people want more information?
If you want more information... Thank you, Yildiz. If you want more information, you can come to our website, thecouch.com.au.
Thank you, Louise, for being on the show today.
Thank you, Fred.
We've got a big ending. Do you know who's ending the show today?
Oh, no. Who?
Ragdoll Band.
Oh,
here's their album.
Fantastic.
And do you know what they're going to be singing?
No.
Well, have a look. There it is. It says there. Rewind Your
Goodbye,
Mind.
end of show. Oh, no.
She's good, isn't she?
I can read.
It's goodbye from her, goodbye from me. Here's Ragdoll and the beautiful song that they're singing today. Rewind Your Mind. See you next week, Australia. Only on Foxtel. Bye.